let's talk about this real quick before we go on to something happy. The question of, are we living in an especially shitty time? Are things worse than the three of us realize? And this did not occur to me until I saw Rusty posting about it. But the fucking Blues Clues host posted some shitty fucking embarrassing video that was not funny at all. And people were weeping and saying, I needed this right now. God. This broke me. I thought it was cringy. Like,
comedy's fucked.
Are people really this fucking upset right now and we just don't see it?
All right, let's set this up a little better. So if you hadn't seen it, this video was circulating a while. Nickelodeon's Twitter or whatever posted it. And it was Steve from Blues Clues. Now, Blues Clues is a show that I think is like 25 years old at this point. I remember when it came out, it was too much baby content for me, and I was only about 5. And so Steve was the original host. It's a stupid fucking show. It's made for babies. It's just a bunch of like bright lights and soft talking, whatever. So the original host, Steve, left a long time ago. He was a young man. He went off to college. He ended up living his life. They replaced him with this other guy whose name was Joe or whatever. And then, so this video that Nick put out was just him kind of like popping back up into the Blues Clues world and being like, hey, I know I've been gone for a long time. And wow, look how far you've come. You're all grown up now. It was just like some weepy bullshit.
Yeah, he's talking to full-grown adults the way he would talk to them as children. Are we supposed to be infantilized here? Do we want this man speaking down to us like this? We're 25 years older, Steve!
He's talking to people in their late 20s and 30s, and these are all the people who would remember who the fuck Steven even is. And all over social media, I saw
he's talking to us like babies, and people are crying like babies. It's fucking nuts. These are our peers. You guys are both in your 30s. These are people you went to school with.
I'm gonna see if I can. I'm gonna see if I can find. I'm putting a mark here because I'm gonna post some of the ones that I found. But yeah, it's like so many people they'd post screenshots of what he was saying with like the words underneath, and then a picture of them. Or something that signified that they were in tears or they were so emotionally tore up because fucking Steve from Blues Clues did some promo for Blues Clues and just acted like he came back in their lives. He's a fictional fucking character. This guy, he fucking went off and, like, I don't know, joined the military. He was like fucking Playboy bunnies and shit. And people, adults, full-grown adults, are at least signifying that this was tearing at their heartstrings and putting them into emotional wreckage. And that was just it was so fucking gross. It's like, goddamn, people really are a bunch of sensitive little pussies now.
They're all domesticated.
Yeah, they're domesticating the second. I'm hoping that Blues Clues, I said this in jest, but I'm just hoping I'm right. Not really, because I guess if I am right, then we're fucked, even worse than I thought. But Blues Clues is just a Chinese psyop, and it's intended to infantilize, if that's the word.
Infantilize?
America. Infantilize.
Not Blues Clues, but the media and everything.
Right. Well, no.
Clearly it's been working if these people are crying about fucking Steve 25 years later.
This is why you see adults now breaking down in tears, falling to their knees, throwing their hands in the sky, and crying whenever a politician wins an election that comes up every 4 years. They're fucking babies and pussies, and when the time comes for anyone to actually have to act in defense of something they believe in, whether it's their country's morals, whether it's their personal beliefs, they're not going to be able to because they're babies, because they've been fucking pampered to the point that they're pampered to the point that there's the idea of them actually having to do something and bear some sort of adult-like responsibility or hardship will ruin them.
But my question is...
essentially you can tell them whatever the fuck you want and they'll just do it because opposition is scarier than falling in the line.
Yeah, right, but Rusty, what you're describing sounds like people have been bred for decades to be like this. But I'm asking if we live in like the modern present day is just especially bad, and that something as mundane as this has people, shedding tears. Like,
yeah, that's a good question too. That like
because we're
I
18
think,
some odd months into this quarantine fucking COVID bullshit. It has not been that great for a lot of people, I don't think.
I in my personal opinion, I'm seeing, and I don't know, maybe I'm just getting paranoid and shit, but like I'm seeing a lot of catalysts emerging in all different aspects of, I guess, society or whatever around the world. Like whether it's big tech claiming control of politics based on the power that it holds over the entire world, not being based necessarily in America and not really serving the needs of any one country, has to lead to some sort of weird globalism. I'm seeing all the weird misinformation about pandemics and vaccines.
The changing of definitions.
The
definition of vaccine changed.
Yeah, it's all these things are coming together, and it seems like it's down. Oh, the overinflated stock market, inflation, all the printing of dollars. Like in everywhere I look, people are saying, yeah, this is not going good. It's going to end. Politics, finances, fucking oncoming civil war. Like no one can agree on shit. Like everything's on its way to falling apart. Now, maybe that has always been what people have said. And, I think back, like if you're thinking back on the duck and cover days when you're in the 50s and the Cold War's going on and you think that any second now you're going to be annihilated by a nuclear weapon, that seems like that would also be very, very bad and maybe worse. But I kind of view that as a little bit of, with all the uncertainty and despite all the uncertainty, controlled. It seemed more controlled. I don't think that there's any one person behind the wheel here. I think it's a bunch of bumbling fucking degenerate elite people who don't have a full understanding of what exactly they're doing, and yet they have the power to do it, and they gladly sell off power to other people for any nefarious purpose. I don't know, man. I'm just thinking about this as I'm saying it, so I know I'm just sounding like a ranting lunatic, but things don't seem correct, I guess I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is it worse? Who knows? I mean, honestly, what we've been saying for a while, it's like the whole turn off the TV thing, and are things really that bad? In my personal life, no, everything seems fine.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm living comfortably. I can get food delivered to my house all the time. One of the number one advertised jobs I ever see is DoorDash. So it's like, while no one's working anywhere else, no one really seems to want to have to work anywhere else except for the food industry, so that people who work from home can eat, and everyone is working from home. I can order shit from Amazon, have it delivered within 2 days. Who gives a fuck about where all these boxes are going, or all this these like plastics in the bubble wrap and whatnot? Who gives a fuck? That's not really my problem, because I got what I wanted quickly and I could afford to do it, and boy is life good. And all I have to do in return is maybe get a vaccine in order to go to some places, and then the whole cycle starts back over again.
But then if you get the vaccine, you have to give me $100.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's like then at that point,
if Steve makes a personal video for you, you're gonna
crying,
bawl your eyes out.
Yeah, man, all right. I don't want to get into weird medical misinformation, even if it is a joke, but just say I would like to see the amount of people who cried whenever Steve came back, who are unvaccinated versus vaccinated.
Oh, all vaccinated, guaranteed.
You think so?
100%. I would bet money on it.
Okay. All right. We should maybe do a poll. If anyone cried, how would we do this? If you did cry over Steve coming back, or if you actually cried, if you actually like felt like even a little hiccup, like of sadness, nostalgic, like sorrow, not sorrow, but like whatever that type of crying is, where you might tear up, then go down to the poll below and and vote on whether or not you have taken the vaccine or whether or not you have not.
Yeah.
Just so we can see the results.
Yeah, so basically, vote if you're a whiny bitch or not.
Yeah, maybe and vice versa. Should we do another one where it's like people who didn't feel any emotion at all, but definitely saw the video and are familiar with Blue's Clues?
No, because we can have like multiple choices, right? Like I'm vaccinated and I'm a crybaby. I'm not vaccinated and I'm a crybaby.
All right. We'll put that poll in the description.
Speaking of which, we did have a poll on the last episode. If you guys want to hear the results.
Oh, I do.
Sure.
What was the poll?
So we've been having this issue that I can't win any poll, and we've been trying to figure out what question we could ask that people would vote for me. So I thought we talked about all those dead celebrities. What better question than which of us should die first? And I figured, based on the other polls, I would probably get the most votes, since these people seem to enjoy your guys' company a little bit more.
Should die first?
Yeah, which of us should die first? In last place, with only 10% of the votes, was Rusty.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Hell yeah.
So only 10% of
Thanks,
people
guys.
want you to die before Reactor and me.
Right.
Above Rusty, with 19% of the vote, is Reactor.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, that kind of narrows it down. There's only 3 choices.
No, actually there were 4 on this one. But it did kind of hurt my feelings that of us 3, people kind of want me to die before both of you.
No, they didn't ask if they wanted you to die. They said should.
Well, I figured it was should, as in maybe they're from the position of a deity or an executioner. Like, they have the moral authority to decide if we live or die.
To pass on the judgment.
Yeah, like who should
okay.
live, who should die. You decide.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But in first place, with 49% of the vote, nearly half of all people want this person or think this person should die first, is Emperor Lemon, actually.
Oh.
Well, congratulations,
All right.
Emperor Lemon.
And I got second place with 69 votes. So, yeah.
So you really just can't win any of them, can you?
Yeah, people, they don't want me to be the gayest. They don't want me to be the deadest. What do they want me to be?
Did we ever do the poll that you can't lose? Because I thought we had a better.
Yeah,
better
who's the
set of
monkey?
questions.
We did that one. It was Aggie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is pretty monkey.
Yeah, he's more monkey than me.
We'll think of one for the next episode, since this one's the Blue's Clues crybaby poll.
Well, yeah, we could do most likely to cry watching the Steve from Blue's Clues video.
There we go.
They'll probably vote for me.
You just watched a clip from the TrashRats podcast. To see the full episode, click the link in the description.
Now, that was pretty lame. Can you do it kind of funny? Like, maybe do like a clown voice, or pretend that you're
man.
Rusty as you do it? Hey, Knife Kids. Knife game on over to my other channel.
I'll put a
Yeah,
filter on it, and so I'll make them sound really ridiculous.
Make him sound like a thug.
There we go. Auto-tune me.
Yeah.